Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. So without any further ado, here he is, the man with the plan, Steve O'Mickey Mac.
Hey, good morning. I guess it is so morning, isn't it?
It is.
Well, thank you, Matt, for the intro.
We'll get you some music eventually.
It sounds boring at the beginning, but boy, we're going to have fun today. Yes, good morning, and to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and all the lovely social media, all them that are out there. And if you guys want to, if you're talking to the audience, you can go ahead and talk to that camera right there. So, yeah, just wave. And I have some very special guests with me today. They've been like family to me. And I watched this young lady a long time ago on a really cool show. And she did such a great job. And I've watched the reruns.
Thank you.
And so that would be, you were Radar's girlfriend, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think I remember that episode.
Lieutenant Linda Nugent, Radar's girlfriend in episode 7 called Hot Lips is Back in Town because it was a duel.
Yeah, I've seen you. I've seen you on there. I used
Okay.
to watch that show all the time.
There you go.
Yep.
When,
Well, then
the
see,
reruns.
there you go.
But I got her.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. And she left Radar for this young man.
What are you gonna do?
This is her husband, Jeff. And this is Peggy Lee Brennan.
Well, he's not a cross-dresser either. So.
No, thank goodness.
I identify as a male.
I mean, if he was, we'd still love you. We're not,
We're not partial, right?
God
We're
is
not,
love.
and we're not
We love
impartial
everyone.
either. Yeah.
No.
Our job is to love everybody.
That's
Yeah.
right.
No matter what
That's
the
right.
age, no matter what the gender, we're
Yes.
supposed to love everybody anyway.
God
Amen.
is love.
And, yep. And you were also Mrs. America.
I was Miss Senior America in 2016. If I knew I was going to be saying hello to everyone, I would have worn lashes and things.
Oh,
no,
well, that's
trust
okay.
Me, you look beautiful.
Okay.
Both of you do.
Thank
very,
you,
very
thank you,
attractive
thank
couples.
you,
forgot mine
thank you.
also.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting? Yesterday I got the challenge from Angie Walker, who's a performer in town, to do the career challenge, the post the picture, no explanation, just post for 10 days. So I posted. Jeff said, you must post first, the MASH. I was like, I don't know. I posted it last night, and I'm getting such beautiful comments this morning.
Yes.
Memories.
I sent you,
memories.
Matt. I think I sent you that. Didn't I? I don't know if you looked at it, but I sent that to
You
you.
know how awesome I am at looking at my messages.
Oh, you're like I am.
Well,
I'm an
his
overnight
ex-
worker, so
I guess
usually
I'm
sleeping
his
during the
executive assistant or something.
day. You are my executive assistant.
He gets mad at me. You get a lot of, yes, I have to be very diligent about watching and checking all mine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and sometimes we get carried away, and when I say carried away, we have a lot of things, especially with this coronavirus going on. Everybody's just on edge, and they're not used to doing certain things,
Jeff,
and now family
You're Jeff.
Yes.
people are not used to being together and playing board games. They're not used to being
Right.
together in the same room.
Right.
And it's just like, especially the teenagers, because they're so involved in the Xboxes, and so it's like, what are we doing? What is
It's a
this?
different world.
No, this is what we grew up on, was family and eating at the dinner table together, and
That's
Two
right.
E's in Lee?
What?
Is it 2 E's in Lee?
Yes, it is. L-E-E. It is,
Sorry, I
it
should have
is,
got
it
this before the
is.
show.
That's
but
okay.
it's all right.
That's all
Versus
right. We
la.
like getting the
I
Lee.
just
spelling.
interrupted your show against Steve. I'm sorry. Continue.
no, hey, go right on ahead.
But we've been able to do interviews too because, you've been in and not able to get out performing. So we have been able to do the social distancing. So we've been bringing a performer each time over to our house, and we've been interviewing, and it's been very special because shows are opening up in 2 weeks, and we are doing a show June 4th. We're going to open at Hot Hits. I am.
Yes.
I am. And I have two
The Hot Hits
performers
Theater.
with me, and when Jeff is able, he's going to be my special guest artist. So Hot Hits Theater, 5 o'clock,
Downtown Branson.
downtown Branson, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, the month of June and July.
Wow.
There you go.
See, You're moving up in the world.
I'm moving up. We've been guest artists in shows, but now I'm going to do my own show
From Broadway to Hollywood
to Branson, Missouri.
I love
there
the
you
accent.
go.
Peggy Brennan.
Do I have an accent?
A little bit.
I do have a little one
Staten
still
Island
left.
does
I was
have
gonna
it.
say this
I
sounds
never
like
noticed.
It sounds like a New York accent. As
It
opposed
is.
to,
You're right.
Like my family's from the Northeast, like Attleboro and Boston.
I can hear it a
Boston.
little. I hear
I'm
it.
not from there, but I'm around them, and they
I
they
hear
talk,
it.
They talk like that all the time.
Boston's a beautiful city,
Oh yes.
isn't it?
I got to get over there.
It's a
You
beautiful
park the car in
city.
the Harvard yard.
That's
you know,
right.
Park the car in the garage.
That's right. That's it. That's the
That's
accent.
okay. So.
So when did we first meet? Do you remember?
Yes, it was 2011 or 12, and it was with Diana and Keith Allen. It was, wasn't it?
It was earlier, wasn't it, at the Vets for Vets show?
It was at the Vets for Vets show.
That's where. Yes.
Yes,
I
and
was-
then we went to. It was Keith's birthday,
That's right.
and Diana invited you and Jeffrey
Yes.
to come to the birthday party,
That's right.
and that's when you brought Helena. That's when I
That's
met
right.
Helena.
So Helena is 19 now. So that was 9. So she was about 10 years old. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is our daughter. This is our daughter Helena that we adopted as a baby from Nepal when she
Kathmandu,
was
city on top of the world.
yes, when she was
Yes.
1.5.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about Helena, what she's doing now.
Okay, well, I'm not going to boast. I'm just going to share.
Right.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's
Is
fine.
that not boasting? It's just sharing?
Right.
She's
Okay.
adopted, so she doesn't
You can
have
boast.
our genes.
Hey, you're the parents. You can boast if you
Oh,
want.
okay. She just can't boast.
Right.
Okay, boast not of thyself, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, Helena is now 19. She always wanted to be a doctor since the time she was like 3 years old. So we called her the dancing doctor because she's danced all her life. And she did win Miss Missouri's Outstanding Teen when she was like 16, 17.
I think that was around 16 or 17.
Yes, yes. And now she's at University of Alabama, and she's a pre-med bio major, and she's doing great. She's home for the summer, and maybe she'll make a guest appearance in the show. But right now, I have 2 other girls because Helena is just not as interested in performing with us around the clock. She has her pre-med, her bio. She's a scholar.
Yeah, she
She's
wants
a-
to make sure that she has her eggs in one basket.
That's right, ducks in a row.
Ducks
She's
in a row.
aggregating scholarly knowledge, as we say in New York.
Scholarly knowledge, yes. So she's doing great.
Good.
She's doing
she,
great.
She looks fantastic, and
She's a
I know that
beautiful,
she's.
good girl.
Oh yes, she is, and she's friends with Janet Lennon's daughters, correct?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. A lot of, and the nice thing is, whether they're all going into different fields, being brought up in Branson, Missouri,
Mm-hmm. Right.
they're all performing.
Oh,
they
yeah.
performed all their lives. And this is interesting. She's in it was the science, technology, engineering, mathematics, these classes, and they have to do group assignments. And she's with like real brainiacs, but because she has been the one performing all her life, that she's the one pushed out. She's like, Mommy, they want me to do all the presenting because all her life she's been performing when you're in Branson and doing pageants. So she's the one pushed out, and she's doing a lot of presentations.
Wow,
So-
I remember the picture. I can't wait to hear you guys sing some of your mother's songs, right?
Share a
My
little.
mom, Peg will tell the story of how she rediscovered them.
Jeff's family would sit around the piano singing these songs. The mother would be playing, and I'm like, where are these songs from? She wrote them, but they were never really documented or orchestrated.
Peg's a Turner Classic Movie gal.
And Hallmark.
She lives in the world of Fred and Ginger.
I played Ginger Rogers off Broadway. That was my first role.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
Okay.
too, because I can't wait to hear some more stories about Broadway. She was star of small screen, Broadway.
Big screen, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Message from Space. Japan's answer to Star Wars. Not Princess Leia, Princess Mia.
Wow. Oh, I think I saw that video clip. Debbie Diamond brought that up or
Oh,
something.
maybe. I
We
had to
co-starred
fly.
Yeah.
with Vic Morrow. Remember Vic Morrow from
Yep.
Combat?
I had to fly. I had to put iron harnesses on me, and they told me I could do it in one take because I was afraid. Like I was way, way up. I had to do 100 takes. Took from 3 in the afternoon till 4 in the morning. Yes, I
She's
had
not
to
good
dive
with
down.
explosions.
Explosions, flying, but it was fun. I was 6 months in Japan. Had bruises all over my body from stunts and explosions, but I survived it.
Yeah.
I survived
So I'm
it.
sorry. Go on with the story.
Yes. Okay. So Jeff's mother wrote all these beautiful songs, and actually, one song which we may do. Do you want to do "Weeping Willow"?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Okay. "Weeping Willow" was a song when she was 17. Both her brothers were away at the war, World War II, and none of the young men were around. And she sat down under a weeping willow tree and wrote this song called "Weeping Willow." And we do it in our act. And we have some tap. We put down the tap. So do you want to hear it?
Sure.
All
All
right.
right, here we go.
Folks,
Maureen Hastings Haberer, my mother-in-law, wrote this.
And here's Peg and Jeff to do it.
Did you ever have a private little nook where you used to hide away? Well, I had one beside a little brook where I passed the time away. Underneath a weeping willow, down beside a rippling stream, there's a little place I call my heaven, where I used to sit and dream. Underneath a weeping willow, shaded from the sun above, I spent all my lazy leisure hours dreaming of someone to love. And then one day, love came my way. No more alone. The one I love is now my own. So now if you should ever wander down the path so dear to me, you will find two lovers sitting dreaming neath the weeping willow tree.
Shall we do a little tap break here?
I think so.
Why
Here we
not?
go. Watch the feet. Can you see my feet down there?
Imagine it.
Just imagine it, right.
Oh, yeah.
I see Steve's feet tapping. There you go,
go,
under the
Steve.
table. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. There he goes.
Cowboys can tap.
There you go.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. We got to get your
We
tap
love the
shoes,
vets.
Steve.
Oh, yeah, he did
There
that.
you go. There you go. Let me see you turn. Steve's turning. Here you go.
Unbelievable.
Nice
Now for the big
aerobic morning
finish.
activity.
I'm not Ray Bolger, but
You're doing great.
Here it is. Bring it home.
Here you
All
go.
right. Oh, yeah.
Got the nice hands.
Y'all go now.
wow. Yeah, that brings back some watching Danny Kaye and Ray Bolger and
Did you take tap when you were a kid? Brings
no,
back
I
memories.
wish I could. My
Slogging?
coordination was way
It's
off. I
never
would,
too late. It's never too late.
Let's hear that one. This is Peggy's speech from when she did Miss Senior America. Tell that story.
yes, go ahead.
That's okay.
Oh, yes. In Senior America, there's no swimsuit. Very happy about that.
Most of them are happy.
No swimsuit. Very
Some of them,
happy.
I think, I don't know. They miss him.
I'm happy about that. We have
Maybe not Jeffrey, but
No, I'm good.
we have a gown, a walk, talent, interview, and a philosophy of life. And before I interviewed for Miss Missouri Senior, I had to call the director, and then I had to tell her what my philosophy was. I had many things going on in my brain, but I didn't know which one. I went to sleep that night, and at 3:04 or 3:02 in the morning, and it had to be 35 seconds or less. I woke up, I wrote it down, and the next morning, actually my friend, you know Lori Cathcart? Mm-hmm. Okay, Lori came over. She was coaching Helena, and I opened the door and I said the philosophy to her, and she started to cry, and I told her what I was doing. I said, don't you tell anyone. Don't you tell anyone, because if I don't win, no one needs to know my age. She said, okay, but shit, I think you're going to win. So my philosophy is it's never too late. I have to, okay, let me think, okay. Why am I here today? Because it's never too late to dream a new dream, and it's never too late to live out an old one. It's never too late to begin again, and it's never too late to make a new friend. It's never too late to forgive, and it's never too late to fully live. It's never too late to love, because God is love, and love never fails. So never give up, because it's never, ever too late.
Amen.
And I received that night, and I knew it from that day on. It was always there with me. It was given to me in a dream.
3
And I
a.m.
wrote it down, and I even timed it, and it was 34 seconds.
Had to be under
It had to
35.
be under 35. And when I called the director, I said, I have my philosophy.
Wow.
So it's a philosophy instead of a swimsuit. Isn't that nice?
Yep.
Isn't that
See,
better?
In some ways, yes. And that's how I'm going to answer that. In some ways. But you know, they that was a creative way of doing something instead of
Yes.
swimsuit. And actually, if Miss America could learn something by that,
Yes, and you know what? When Helena did, she was in the Miss America system, and when she did the Outstanding Teen, which is the younger version, they didn't have swimsuit. You know what they have? They have activewear. They do a little routine, and they wear like just a
Workout
clothes. So it shows if they're healthy, they're strong, and I don't know why Miss America didn't then substitute that.
yeah,
Right?
I don't
Wouldn't
understand.
that be great?
Actually, didn't they get away with doing that for a while? Or
They just got rid of the swimsuit, which I'm fine with, absolutely.
For
but why not
hashtag
put?
Me Too, it's definitely,
Yeah.
you know,
I get it. Yeah.
Oh well, come on. You know.
I think it's great. I think they should put in the health
modest.
routine,
Yeah.
and they wear the workout clothes, and it shows that they're in good shape. They're healthy.
Yep, and
Yes.
it's fun.
It's fun. It's active.
Yep,
And
and
they
there's
can be-
nothing wrong with that. And then people can see during the voting portion whether they're keeping themselves healthy or whether they're
Yes.
not.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
that's the whole idea behind that. And so I don't think I've ever seen the Mrs. America pageant. I think I have.
Well, there's Mrs. and then there's Senior. There's the Senior America, and it's in Atlantic City. However, this year, just like Miss America, just like Senior America, everything back east, it's been canceled until the next year. But you know what? I still believe God is able to turn all things around and work them for good. And this whole time, right, are we recalibrating, restoring, reinventing, recreating, redeemed, rediscovering. Let's just use this as a positive. It's like the silver lining. Everything has a silver lining.
Yeah.
And in our show, we do April showers,
Wow.
which brings May flowers. So
We're hoping, and so far,
It's-
so good.
we got out of the car. We're like, where's our jackets?
I know.
It's cold here.
It's colder than it's been. Well, yeah, actually, from what I hear, it's going to be near 90 on Saturday.
Good. That's good.
So-
And hopefully our beautiful lake, our Moonshine Beach is going to open.
Oh,
Branson,
I
Missouri
hope
has
so.
the most beautiful lakes. Come visit.
non-alcoholic
Right?
Moonshine
Beautiful.
Beach.
Especially
Yes,
at night
yes.
over Table Rock when that moon hits Table Rock Lake. And then you've got the Branson Bell out there. Wow.
It's so beautiful.
It
so
is. It-
beautiful.
It reminds me of another song.
Oh, you want another song?
Sure.
Guess what? Okay, this is a funny. I think it's a funny story. All right, Jeff's mom wrote this. It's called "Marry Me." All right.
I think I heard that on Facebook.
Okay, his mom and,
And
dad
Proverbs says it is good for a man to find a wife.
finds a good thing, right?
Yes.
Well, they tried to sing. They sang it at their wedding. His mom and dad. So Jeff, darling Jeff, said, I think we should sing it at our wedding. I'm like, no way. No way
She
am
was
I
afraid.
no way can I sing at our wedding. He said, I know we can. I know we can. Well, guess what? What do you think? At the wedding? Who do you think sobbed the whole time? Couldn't sing it. I had to carry the entire song. And I looked out, and every female in that place was crying,
It was
looking
like
at Jeff.
the time that I did a 2 1/4 off a 40-foot cliff in Vermont into a
He's
marble
extreme.
quarry filled in with water and could not get a breath. I could not get a breath because I was crying so hard.
He cried.
I could not make a sound.
So are you going to cry now? Are we going to
No,
sing
I'm
this
good. I'm
together
good to go.
on air? Can
I
we-
thought your eyes looked like they were starting to
Yeah,
water.
don't you dare, or Steve's going to have to sing it with
gonna
me
get
just
through
like
it.
you just tapped with me. You just tapped with
Let's
us.
give it a shot.
So, Steve, listen,
Jeff
get ready.
and Peggy Lee, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
Now is the season.
it went through to your
Any
Bluetooth
reason.
speaker.
Oh, should I start again?
Yeah,
Okay, what? Shut this off? Shut
yeah,
off the Bluetooth?
yeah. Shut that off. So we want people to hear the music really well.
Okay, it's dead.
Could you hear the first song?
Yeah.
I was actually outside talking to the
I
next.
think the first song was going through your system. Okay, here we go.
This is live
right.
theater,
It's too late
live
now
radio.
anyway.
We're professionals.
Here we go.
Hey, Matt, tell me if this is
Being in the
playing.
moment.
Perfect.
Good sound? Yep. Now is the season. There isn't any reason why you shouldn't fall in love with me. Everybody's doing it. Happy me and you and it. So marry me.
There's something in the climate here. Can it be the time of year? There's a strange contagion going round. All our friends are sighing, romantic rumors flying all over town. There's a magic in the air, it happens every spring. A glow's on everything you'll see. Now it's apple blossom time, we'll hear the church bells ring. A song of romance, so now is the chance for you and me. Yes, it's the season,
Oh, yeah.
can't find a single reason why I shouldn't fall in love with you.
Darling, what you said, now we can be wed. Say you'll marry me.
Yes, I'll marry you. Yes, I'll marry you.
Wow. That was fantastic.
Was he
That's
crying?
it.
Was he crying?
I
Matt,
thought I saw
was-
some glistening going on, though.
There was a sparkle. There was a sparkle.
That's it, a sparkle. I love that, glistening and sparkling. Very
Glisten.
nice.
Yes,
Good.
see, I've been around a little bit.
Yes.
We call that bright. Like the eyes are bright.
Yes, very nice.
Yes,
Very
they're
nice.
Very bright.
Very
and
bright.
Starry,
Starry night.
Listening, starry night.
See now you guys got to do some competition when we do our
telethon.
telethon. It's June 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and on the 2nd, which will be that Tuesday, will be a music ministry competition, like like Christian music competition.
Uh-oh.
And $1 equals 1 vote.
Oh.
And we'll have the way to vote and everything. Go on axmediagroup.com so you can see. Go there and you can when the day comes, you can do your votes via our PayPal. And in the for section, you put what you're voting for and how many votes. Obviously, $1 equals 1 vote.
Fun.
So and we got 8 slots to fill. Probably less than that now. I got to confirm with people, but we'd love to have you guys on there.
Sure.
And those of you watching right now at home, get online to axmediagroup.com and get a hold of us. We'd love to have you. We got all kinds of other stuff going on. We have a talent competition as well, and
Fun.
it's going to be real exciting. I just wanted to throw
Yes,
that in there.
June
No.
2nd. We could do that because we don't open until June 4th. We should get Diana and
Oh,
Keith to do it.
I'm wanting Diana to come on the show anyway.
Totally.
Because they
Keith,
need
too.
to be on the talent show Wednesday, is what Jim says.
Oh, who's we? We meaning us?
Yes,
Okay.
and Jim is my boss, and
Oh.
he texts me back and forth.
All right. We'll do Wednesday.
And then Diana. Oh, I would
We'll
love
have
that.
to, and our friends Diana and Keith are both singers, and we'll
Oh, that would be so much fun.
And
to
we'll have a nice, clean, wholesome competition.
Yeah, well, you can do
And
the
that's what it
Christian,
is.
the Christian music competition and the talent show. I mean,
Okay, well, we'll do whatever you need us.
Feeling
well,
to
we'll talk
pressure.
to you after
We'll
the show
talk
today.
to you after the show
Very
about
nice
it.
stuff.
Good, good,
yeah,
good, good.
I'm excited already.
And maybe Steve will tap dance. He'll just refresh.
Steve will be recovering
refresh
from
his speech.
surgery that day.
Yeah,
so.
actually, I'm gonna have
I
surgery.
know you're having it that Wednesday. No tapping. No, no, no tapping.
The doctor
no.
might have something to say about
Yeah,
that.
I think we better put off the tapping. We'll just
yeah,
do a little
I'll
singing.
I'll tap my toes as I'm laying in
Oh,
bed. Or something.
gee, yeah. Or get the spoons. You know what? When we came to Branson
Oh.
and we were doing our act, we didn't have a country song because we're from New York. He's a Jersey boy. I'm New York.
Jersey.
Jersey.
He's Jersey. I'm
Jersey?
from New York. And we
What are you
did not
talking about?
We did not have a country song. So Jeff's mom wrote this song called "So This Is Branson." So this is Ramsey, New Jersey. So we changed it. So this is Branson. But everyone were like, we have to have an instrument. So we bought spoons, and we play the spoons.
Yep. I did that when the Lawrence Welk show was on.
Uh-huh.
Or I should say, insert name here. It's a joke.
You're not allowed
We-
to.
No, you're right. We're not allowed. There's certain things we can't
yes.
say. But anyway, who was it that he's gone now? But he did the spoons.
Oh, yeah. I
On
don't.
And he
Lawrence
was
Welk?
he was here in town for a while until he
Wait,
passed.
wait. Oh no. Guess who I worked with? Arthur Duncan.
Oh,
I have a picture because this challenge, this career challenge, and do you know the picture I'm going to post today? Guess who I did a show with Cab Calloway, the Nicholas Brothers, and when the Nicholas Brothers couldn't do it, Arthur Duncan would substitute. What a class act.
oh, I'm telling you.
And the Nicholas Brothers, amazing human beings.
My dad would tell me, "Shh, well, he's on. Don't say a word."
He's such a nice man,
Oh,
very classy.
Oh, yeah.
He really, truly
Classy.
is. He's
Love it.
very
I've
classy.
met a lot of people through him alone. In
Yes.
fact, Doc Baker from Little House on the Prairie, he was there visiting
Oh.
on my 32nd birthday, which I was there, and the Lennon sisters sang "Happy Birthday" to
Oh,
And
nice
so-
ladies.
me. And
Nice
Peggy,
ladies.
I miss Peggy and Dee Dee, but they are here every once in a while. I'll see them in Panera.
Well, Dee Dee lives catty corner.
right.
Dee Dee, the daughter.
Yeah.
She's yes. And Samantha just graduated. And talk about talent.
And
Talk
Jenny,
about talent.
Jenny, and
talent. That whole family.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the Cathcarts. Jack Cathcart's graduating. He's so talented.
and then you got the Cathcart brother, Joey and
Yeah,
Chris, and
yeah, they
Man.
all live in our
People
little
under
area.
50 have no idea who we're talking about.
well, some people that are watching from Branson that I know do know.
Oh,
But
everybody
then there's
knows
people
them.
in my old neck of the woods. They're like, "Ooh, well, my grandma, you know how it
Yes,
is."
I had to watch. I had to sit with my grandma and grandpa Sunday nights. My brother too.
Yep.
But then
Oh,
he got to really enjoy all those old beautiful songs and old movies because my mother and father made us and my grandparents.
Yep. And so that's how I got to know a lot. That's how I got to know. In fact, I've got to talk to Kathy, but I did a show back up here, actually called Postcards from Branson. It was going to be aired on a PBS station, and I interviewed the Lennon sisters in the green room at the Champagne Theater along with
Yes.
Joanne Castle.
Oh yes, Joanne Castle, my first musical director, Robert Marks, loved her, and I said, I see her at the gym. I
Yeah.
see her.
So
at the
I'm
gym.
going to use that particular video and bring it back like a time machine, and so that should be a lot of fun.
Yes.
I'd love to have them here actually live.
Yes, well, they're
and-
still in Branson.
Yeah,
People
they
are free now to do things too.
Yeah,
Get people while they're still free. Another 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
Before everything starts up.
because Branson is waking up.
It is.
Thank goodness.
It is waking
Hallelujah.
up, right?
Because
it
it's been a long, slow 3 months almost, and people didn't know what to do with themselves. It was so eerie. I mean, the whole city was just-
surreal, right?
it
What's
was
the
just
word?
Surreal.
Yeah, it's
or-
even more surreal here in some ways than it is in New York. And we're from New York. I've been in New York recently. About 2 months ago, I came back here for the last time. And yeah, I mean, there you actually understand why they're shut
Oh
down.
yeah.
Here, though.
But here, it's like everybody's healthy, everybody's doing well, and I mean, 99.9%. And so,
Right.
but we're all. It's like the outer limits. It's like an Outer Limits episode.
Yeah. See, we're talking about stuff that a lot of people may not know, but we have a good variety of people watching, so
Absolutely.
good demographic. So
All right.
I think we're good.
Good.
But tell me, you grew up in New York.
Yes, I
And-
did.
okay, you
Staten
did-
Island, New York.
And I grew up in Jersey.
Okay, and you grew up in Jersey.
Neighbors.
Oh, actually, so you've known each other almost.
No, I'm in New York and New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Same accent,
was gonna
different
say.
Godfather.
We met in Atlantic City doing a show with Phyllis McGuire of the McGuire
Don't
sisters.
sit under the
apple tree
with
anyone else but me.
Oh,
Anyone
wow.
else
That was
but
their
me.
song.
Yes, and it was applause, and it was kind of. Do you remember this? A few times during the show, it was around a 5-month run. The sisters would come, and after the show, they'd go up on stage, the trio, and they'd just sing a cappella, do a concert.
Wow.
Yep.
Dwyer sisters.
They're pros. Look them up if you don't know who they are. So
Yep.
we met doing Atlantic City, doing applause, and we also played opposite each other in 42nd Street in a company. I played Peggy, he played Billy, but now he'd play the older lead, Gower Champion's part. We've
Grown
aged
into
into
it.
new roles, and we're fine. We're still here. We're happy we're still doing it, right?
You've grown into the Tony Award-winning role. With
Yes, Tammy Grimes did.
Grimes, yeah.
Yes.
And have you won any major awards besides, not
She won the Emmy for MASH. That was an Emmy Award-winning episode.
That episode won the Emmy.
Wow.
I know. I
And
never
she just
thought of
got
it till
a,
recently.
I don't ever remember hearing this, but did everybody, because I've seen Emmys and I've seen the Grammys, everybody grabs an Emmy or a Grammy.
Do you know what? This is so interesting because I have 2 nephews. One has like 3 Emmy Awards for sports.
Production.
But you have to buy. So now, at the time, I was a young actress. I went from one thing to the other. So I never thought of these things. Like my agent, when it got nominated, he said, I want to take you out to lunch. Oh, okay. For what? I just, it's only now that you get older, you go, wow. So no, I did not buy one. I could have bought one. I don't know how much they were now, but now.
Well, I'm sure they're a lot more
Yeah.
expensive now.
So I
but-
guess I could have. But guess what? I just won recently.
The Minty.
Share what
What
the
are the
minty is.
minties?
What is a minty? Explain to me.
Listen,
I'm sure it's a
what's
very nice
a
award, but
minty?
the minty.
You obviously ain't from Staten Island.
No, I'm not.
What's up with that?
Tell what a minty is.
Well, if you're from Staten Island, it's for excellence in performance technique.
In Distinguished Theater
If you
Alumni
do the right thing on
Award.
stage, they give you something.
And I was,
Whoa.
after all these years, because I did high school shows on Staten Island, and then I went to an all-girls Catholic high school, so I did the all-girls, and then I also auditioned in Monsignor Farrell and got the lead in the boys, and then I went to Wagner College, and I received a Minty Award, and it was a very, very big event in
Locally
January.
prestigious award.
It was, and I had a lot of family members there, and I had to give a speech, and I saw lots of old friends. And this is an interesting thing. I went to Wagner College, and I'd say 4 of my class, we all got onto Broadway from my little college on Staten Island.
Wagner
And-
College.
Wagner College, and I got to do Grease right from there. I did Grease with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, and now
And-
who did you play?
Who do you think I played?
Frenchie.
I played Frenchie. Yes. Frenchie I played. And you know what? Frenchie was a part. I got to do it for the year on tour, and then I did a year on Broadway. Could have stayed longer, but then other things. I got the movie Message from Space. But it's a part you can do for a long run. Some parts are harder to do for a long run because you have to be on vocal rest every day, you have to be stretching. But Frenchie is a part that if you're just committed to it and you sing a few lines, you dance, it doesn't matter if your voice is in tip-top shape, as long as you're there in the moment as the actress and just engage. So it was the best part to do on tour and then for at least a year on Broadway.
Out of all the Pink girls or Pink ladies,
Yes.
besides Sandra,
Sandra Dee.
Sandra Dee.
Sandra Dee,
Yes.
besides Olivia's part, Frenchie was my favorite
It's
Pink
an
girl.
adorable part,
And
isn't it?
not that I can't
Dee Dee
remember.
Khan.
Yeah.
Dee Dee Khan did it.
She did a
She's
great
adorable
job.
actress.
I just loved it, and so
Yes.
not saying that any of the other girls didn't do a good
No.
job, but I think I related to Frenchie.
She's kind of like Peppermint Patty on
yeah,
Charlie Brown.
that's good. That's a good way of looking at it. Yeah.
Adorable.
She's written so well, and you just have the audience in the palm of your hand if you just really are committed to being in the moment with the part.
Wasn't she in one of the parts that she was with Frankie Avalon
Yes.
during
Beauty School Dropout. Yes.
I just loved that
yes.
whole scene.
It was so much fun. And as I was saying the other day, I was at a young age that it still was like a dream come true for a little New York actress to get to be on Broadway at a young age. It was one of those, I look back and I'm like, wow, that was a dream
And
come
now
true.
look at you.
And now here I am in Branson, Missouri with my hubby, our daughter, Steve, and still doing what we love to do. In these beautiful theaters with amazing people,
And
God,
these theaters
family,
are unbelievable, some of them.
right? He was amazed when we first visited. We're like, what? We heard okay, tell the story how we got to Branson.
We got to Branson because we were singing at a friend's wedding in Florida. Someone at the wedding said, after we performed, they said, it's some of my mom's songs and a couple of things. They said, you belong in Branson. I said, Branson? What's Branson?
That was my
She said, "It's a
that was
great
my
town.
thing.
It's an amazing performance town in Missouri." I was like,
Where's
"What's
Missouri?
Missouri?" This is the state right in between. I says, "That's somewhere between Manhattan and Santa Monica." She said, "Right in the middle."
That was
there you go.
1997. And it took us 4 years before we visited. We kept seeing it on Larry King. We'd hear Anne Margaret. We'd hear Yako, advertising. We're like, we moved from New York City to Jersey, adopted a baby, and Jeff was like, we better go visit this place. We got there Sunday night. Nothing was open. The next day, we were at the Hall of Fame. We bought tickets, 21 shows for the week. Our daughter was 2. She went to 21 shows. Yes.
We should have just
Yes.
taken a tour. We could have seen everything for free.
21 shows. The only show she fell asleep, sorry, during Jim Stafford. She did. Because
Of
she
all
was
the
of all
shows?
yes,
Of
yes.
all the shows?
Yes, she did, even though we loved that show. And during Shepherd of the Hills, when the fire came, she started to cry. But she loved all the shows, and then it took us 2 more years. We visited it 14 times in 2.5 years, and we moved here when she was 4.5, and then we started doing the show Blast with Angie and Blake and Michael Cherick and Michelle Severin. Yes.
Wow. That's
Yes.
quite a lineup, but I'm telling you what,
Yes.
it's an interesting story of how you came just with me when I first heard about Branson, it was like, where? What? And
Where
then-
were you
and-
from?
and
Where did you come from?
Michigan.
Okay.
And so, being in Detroit, where Hitsville, USA, Stevie Wonder and
Motown.
Motown
Yes.
and I've known the Box Tops for a while.
Wow.
And so they came to our boot camp and did a concert for like a USO show.
Oh, nice.
And so
nice.
I kind of was really getting into that. But, when somebody approached me and told me about Branson, I was like, Branson, what's that?
Yes.
I didn't say, where's that? I said, what's that?
You were Midwest. You knew basically where.
No, I said that too because I never heard Missouri
And-
before. I said, "Oh,
and
Missouri."
I heard, well, Missouri. Oh, is that by that arch? By St. Louis, by the.
we know our
Vicinity.
geography.
Because Arch is the gateway to the Midwest.
That's right. That's
And
right.
so I learned a lot of history since I've been here, but I knew
Yes.
that right away. And so when I was like, Branson, well, have you ever heard of the Ozark Mountains? The Ozark what?
I know.
Huh?
I know.
I've heard of the Appalachian Mountains. Well, no, the Ozarks, boy. And then they said, have you ever heard of the Beverly Hillbillies? I went,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
That's where they filmed the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes.
I was like,
There you go.
really?
There you go.
And
It's
then Silver
Mayberry
Dollar
with,
City, same thing.
yes.
Mayberry with banjos. But guess what? That Hot Hits Theater, speaking of Motown, that's where the Motown show
I
is.
was
Yeah,
just-
Motown,
Doo-wop show.
downtown.
Yes.
Motown.
So yes.
You
so
might
you
as
could
be in
s-
Detroit when you're in
You could see.
Hot Hits
Yes.
Theater.
You could see our show at 5 and their show at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Rico and Mary Lou, the Platters and Doo
Oh, yeah,
And, yes.
And it's too bad Rooster, he passed away,
Yes.
and he was one of the original.
Yes.
When I say Platters, I mean the world famous Platters. And
Yes.
I met him and
The Vets for Vets. Did
yeah.
you meet him there? Because
Yeah.
that's when we first met
Yeah.
him, and we have pictures when we were performing.
Yep.
Yes.
There was Rico.
Yes.
And,
Rico owns and Mary Lou own the Hot Hits. So
yeah. So that's when I
Yes.
met them, and then
Yes.
shoot, I'm having problems with names right now, but he does the Marvin Gaye's.
Oh, he's fantastic, Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt.
He has a show down there too.
Who doesn't
he is
love Marvin?
fantastic.
Yes.
Oh yes,
He-
yes.
I think
yes.
Diana wanted him to come to the Owens Theater when they had it.
So talented.
Yes.
Well, we also before we finish, we have a song that Jeff's mother wrote for her high school graduation from St. Joseph's College.
And what year was this?
Mom wrote this in
42.
about 1940.
2 or 3?
3 or 4. The war was still going on. Her brothers, one was flying bomber missions in Southeast Asia. The other was in the trenches in Europe, France and Italy, Germany. And she had written Weeping Willow while they were gone, and she was a little lonely, felt bad, was missing having someone around. But then when they got back, well, she married my dad.
But
She
when
wrote this song.
Oh yeah, she wrote
no.
that for
Oh,
high school
that was married.
graduation.
I'm all
High school
confused.
graduation. We're gonna do farewell.
This is fair. What are we doing?
Well, you
Where
know,
was I?
before you do that, what's next for Peggy or both?
Okay,
Besides Hot Hits.
Yes, Hot Hits is really what's coming up. And we just started rehearsing with the girls and getting ready for the show. That's what's next. And yes, what we're also doing.
Yes.
Duh, how did I not remember that? We are doing, when we went to the Religious Broadcasting Conference, we brought our show Peg of My Heart, the sitcom we did with Mickey Rooney. And we pitched it, and they loved it. However, they said, come back with, go ahead.
I was gonna say, wasn't that? Didn't I see a scene with you and Mickey Rooney doing that?
Yes, yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes,
Okay.
so we produced it, and they
Peg of My
started
Heart.
it with us, and they said, come back with 9 more episodes. We're like, okay, we wrote it, we brought them out, we produced, so we thought,
And Mickey went to be with our maker.
yes, Mickey is
There's
with the
that.
Lord now. So we thought, how can we put together a project and pitch it, bring it back? So long story short, we're doing these interviews with Branson performers. We're going to put together a package, and we're just finishing up. We have a few more interviews this week and next week, and we're putting the package together, and then we're going to pitch it to some different companies and see what we can do. We need to bring film and TV to Branson, Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
and family.
that's me, really. Media for me, and
Yes.
acting. I was in a lot of plays, a lot of dramas and comedy, and I played the lieutenant in South Pacific.
Oh, yes.
I
That's
had a
did I.
chance to sing Younger Than Springtime.
Oh!
I was the lieutenant in,
Yeah.
that was the lieutenant, and
Absolutely.
it was a lot. Well, I was only in 7th grade, but
But still, their memories,
then
you
I
don't
was
forget.
head Munchkin in The Wizard of Oz.
Those are classic shows, right?
So, but anyway, this show's about me interviewing you, not me.
But we like to find out. I know you, but I didn't know that.
Yep.
Those
so
are
I
special
would love
memories.
to help you guys out.
Definitely, definitely,
you, Sarah.
definitely. And I may have you tapping a bit. Steve
I-
may need to be tapping.
You mean after I recoup from the surgery?
You may need to have Steve.
Go ahead,
Well,
Matt.
this
I'm
is-
waiting.
And maybe
We'll need a
Matt
doctor's
too.
clearance on that. Legally speaking.
Maybe a duo.
He
Matt
plays
and
hurt.
Steve can be a dynamic duo
Oh
of
no,
tappers.
I just do the happy dance. I don't actually tap.
Guess what? Can I
And
tell?
our show is Happy by Pharrell Williams.
Yes, that is going to end our show. You may need to come up on
Oh,
stage.
happy feet.
I'm
You-
a singer and a guitarist, and
That's
that's
it's
it.
never too late.
never
Never
too
too
late.
late to tap.
Never too late.
There you go.
And
That's
you
our
know what?
philosophy.
I remember that philosophy because it was never too late. People told me you were going to go somewhere, and I'm like, yeah, right. And
I'll just hot glue some horseshoes to the bottom of my
There,
shoe.
that
Well,
will
so-
work. That will work.
well, because of drama being who I was, I had girls in school going, "You're going to make it someday in the entertainment world." I'm like, yeah,
3
right.
minutes, by the way. 3 minutes. We got
Okay,
Okay.
here we go.
Time
Just
flies.
3 minutes.
We got
Well,
two-
guess
2
what?
minutes.
We're going to end the show with
Farewell.
Farewell.
Happy
written by Maureen
graduation.
Haberer, my mom, for her college graduation at
Yes.
St. Joseph's
And this is
College.
for
And these
all
were all
the-
written by your mom?
Yes.
All
Nice.
written by Maureen
These are
Haberer.
all
Maureen
for the
Hastings Haberer.
Haberer.
And thank you
Thank you
again,
very
Peggy and
Thank
Jeff.
you. Thank you, Steve and Matt. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
This is for all the graduates out there. Farewell, we must leave for a world that's new. Farewell, though we'll grieve for dreams we've seen come true. We'll miss your grace, your countenance too. We'll miss our time that's ended too soon. Farewell, as we go, we'll share the love we know. And we'll think of you, whatever we do. Farewell, Godspeed, adieu. Everyone with us. Farewell, we must leave for a world that's new. Farewell, though we'll grieve. Farewell, though we'll grieve for dreams we've seen come true. We'll miss your grace, your countenance too. We'll miss our time that ended too soon. Farewell as we go. Farewell as we go. We'll share the love we know. And we'll think of you whatever we do. Farewell, farewell, Godspeed, adieu.
Farewell.
Congratulations.